So if you're a gamer, then you probably heard of a company called Prima. Prima makes strategy guides for various different games, and they've been making strategy guides for quite some time now, but it looks like as of right now, Prima is going to be shutting their doors. They actually have 3 different offices, and all 3 offices of Prima is going to be shutting their doors. I do know for a fact that one of their offices this month is actually going to be closing, and then the rest of them are going to be closing next year in 2019. So there will be no more Prima when it comes to strategy guides, and that's kind of a shame that Prima is going to stop selling strategy guides, because they were actually a kind of cool thing that you can know that you can go into a store and actually buy a strategy guide from Prima, and they were actually quite good. They weren't some cheap alternatives to strategy guides, and they weren't just trying to make a quick buck off you. A lot of the times when you bought a Prima guide for a video game, they were actually good quality. They weren't just black and white text. They actually had a lot of colored images in those. Yes, those Prima strategy guides were expensive at $20, $30, $40, depending on which strategy guide you would buy for a game, but just to know that you're getting a quality product out of Prima was absolutely fantastic, and a lot of gamers knew the name Prima, and a lot of gamers did trust Prima, and they make quality products when it comes to strategy guides. Honestly, it actually surprises me right now that that company's still in business altogether. Heck, not just Prima going out of business, it actually kind of surprises me that strategy guides are still a thing in 2018. Heck, I'm still surprised that they've been around for so long, just because, as we know, the internet is a thing, and once the internet becomes a thing, a lot of things that are physical media stop becoming relevant. I'm actually surprised how long they stayed in business, but I guess they really had a good reputation with the gamers, and of course, like I said before, they make strategy guides that aren't just black and white strategy guides. They make strategy guides that are actually colored strategy guides. The presentation of their strategy guides are good. You know you're getting a quality product. That's probably why they lasted so long in an era when the internet's already well thing, and you can actually go to the internet, of course, and actually get strategy guides for your favorite game. You can print them out if you really wanted to print them out. Heck, you can even go to YouTube and find tutorials on your favorite games and find walkthroughs of your favorite game. So it's kind of like, what's the point of Prima being in business? But there's people out there today who just like knowing that they have a physical item, just like putting a book on their shelf, just like reading the book, just like holding it in their hands and stuff like that. So I can kind of see why they lasted that long, because there are these fans that are genuine fans of Prima, and they do support what they do, and they do like having a physical forum when it comes to strategy. They don't want to just read articles online. They don't just want to look up things online about their favorite game if they're stuck in their favorite game. They want to be able to have something in their hand as they're playing a video game and know that they have something that they can read, and it just feels really satisfying to have stuff like that. It kind of sucks also moving forward in the near future. We're not going to have a lot of tangible goods or a lot of physical goods, just because once the internet becomes a thing, a lot of things that are physical goods, especially media things, aren't really relevant anymore. For instance, strategy guides. Strategy guides are one thing that really don't need to exist in the time of the internet. So of course they're going to start going away, and it just doesn't make sense to have them around. So it makes sense that Prima is going to shut down their doors and not actually offer consumers a strategy guides when you can look those things up. Same thing goes for video games. Video games is one thing you can start buying online. You don't actually have to go to the store and buy the physical good. And once people start finding out that you can buy video games online, internet becomes faster for most people, and everything works like that, then a lot of people aren't going to buy physical games anymore, and games are going to be in the cloud, and they're actually going to be bought through the online services, and there's really no point of those type of things ever existing ever again. Same thing with movies, music, things like that. Those are also things that can also be bought in the cloud and be bought digitally as well. And once people find out how much more convenient those things are and everything like that, what's really the point of people actually going out to a store, buying your favorite CD or buying your favorite movie, when you can just go online and buy everything at a click of a button? It just makes more sense, and it's just much more convenient for everybody to do that. So it does actually kind of suck that Prima is going out of business, because now moving forward in the near future, we're going to have no strategy guides floating around, at least from Prima. I know there's other companies out there who do distribute strategy guides, so I'm assuming you can still find strategy guides from time to time, and there'll always be those couple of companies that are still going to be doing it. I don't know how much longer in the near future are we still going to be doing strategy guides. Like I said before, I'm still quite surprised that companies are still able to manufacture these costly strategy guides, which do cost quite a few bucks to actually manufacture these strategy guides. They're not something that are cheaply to make. You know, ink costs a lot of money. You know, paper's not free, so it does cost them quite a good penny to make these strategy guides. So it is kind of amazing to me how they're still in business and how these companies are still making strategy guides. But like I said, it looks like Prima won't be in business any longer after spring of 2019. They are shutting their doors down for good. And it also does suck that a lot of things now that we take for granted that are physical items aren't going to be physical items in the near future. And that sucks for generations to come. So generations in the near future won't get to experience that we had as gamers or just as people who enjoy this type of thing, because now in the future, I'm pretty sure maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years in the future, you won't be able to go to a store like GameStop. You won't be able to go to a store like Walmart, go pick up your favorite video game, pick up your favorite strategy guide, pick up your favorite movie, pick up your favorite CD. Those things won't exist, and it's just something that's satisfying about having those experiences as a person, which makes it a very cool thing. And just the fact that you won't be able to do it anymore, and just the fact that your kids won't get to experience all that. They'll be buying everything in the cloud or buying everything digitally. It's just a different experience. And I have fond memories of buying stuff like video games, buying stuff like physical media, buying stuff like that. I do have fond memories going down to GameStop, KB Toys, Toys R Us, just different vendors who sell all these different things. So it is going to suck for generations to come, but I guess that's usually what happens when technology takes over. Once there's a better form of technology that takes over other forms of technology, then what's really the point of everything? So of course it's not going to exist anymore, but that's pretty much it. Prima is shutting their doors for good, and no longer will they exist after spring 2019. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from My Tech News, signing out. Boo!